Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mr. Speaker English Channel,
where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Emily.
Hey there, Emily. It's wonderful to be here again. How has your week been treating you?
It's been quite a productive week, actually. I've been trying to implement some new routines.
Ah, that's intriguing. It sounds like you've been on a bit of a self-improvement kick.
You could say that. It got me thinking, and I thought it would be a fantastic topic for today's episode.
I couldn't agree more. Personal growth and self-improvement. It's a journey we're all on, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's about consciously trying to become a better version of ourselves.
So before we dive deep into this fascinating subject, we have a small request for all of you listening.
Yes, if you enjoy our content,
and don't forget to give this episode a thumbs up and share it with someone who might find it useful. It helps us immensely.
It really does. Your support means the world to us. So, shall we get started, Paul?
Let's do it. Where do we begin with such a vast topic? Maybe with the why.
That's a great starting point. Why do people even feel the need for personal growth?
I think it often stems from a feeling of stagnation. You feel like you're stuck in a rut, not moving forward.
I can relate to that. It's that desire for progress, for momentum in life.
Exactly. It's tied to the concept of a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset.
Oh, I find that so fascinating. The belief that your abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work.
Precisely. A fixed mindset assumes our character and intelligence are static. It's a very limiting belief.
It truly is. Embracing a growth mindset opens up a world of possibilities. It's liberating.
It is. You start to see challenges not as threats, but as opportunities to learn and grow.
And that shift in perspective is the foundation of all self-improvement, isn't it?
I believe so. Once you have that mindset, the practical steps, like building habits, become much more achievable.
Let's talk about habits then. They are the building blocks of our daily lives.
The compound effect of small, consistent habits is incredibly powerful, yet often underestimated.
So true. People often aim for massive, drastic changes overnight, which is rarely sustainable.
And when they fail, they feel discouraged and give up. It's a vicious cycle.
The key is to start small. I've been reading about atomic habits, the idea of making tiny, incremental improvements.
Ah, yes, the 1% better everyday principle. It sounds so manageable, but the long-term results are exponential.
Exactly. Like, instead of saying, I'll read a book a week, you start with, I'll read 1 page a day.
That's a perfect example. It's so small that it's almost impossible to say no to. You build momentum.
And that leads to another great technique, habit stacking, linking a new habit to an existing one.
Can you give us an example of that? It sounds really practical.
Sure. Let's say you always make a cup of coffee in the morning. That's your existing habit.
Okay, I'm with you. A non-negotiable part of my morning routine.
Right? So you stack a new habit onto it. After I pour my coffee, I will meditate for 1 minute.
I see. You're using the momentum of the old habit to carry you into the new one. That's brilliant.
It removes the friction of deciding when and where to do the new habit. It becomes automatic.
This all sounds wonderful, but what about the days when you have zero motivation? That's where discipline comes in.
Ah, the age-old battle. Motivation versus discipline. They are very different things.
Motivation is fleeting. It's an emotion. It comes and goes. You can't rely on it.
But discipline is a system. It's doing what you need to do, even when you don't feel like it.
It's a muscle you have to train. It's about showing up for yourself consistently.
I like that analogy. Every time you choose the disciplined action, you're making that muscle a little stronger.
And it's not about being perfect. Sometimes you fall off the wagon, and that's okay.
Oh, definitely. The crucial part is not to let one slip-up derail your entire progress.
It's not about all or nothing. If you miss a day at the gym, don't miss two. Just get back on track.
Self-compassion is a huge part of discipline, which might sound counterintuitive to some.
It's not at all. Beating yourself up for a mistake is counterproductive. It just fosters a negative mindset.
Acknowledge it, learn from it, and gently guide yourself back to your path. That's sustainable discipline.
So we have the mindset and we have the tools of habits and discipline. What do we apply them to?
That brings us to the exciting part, learning new things, branching out and acquiring new skills.
Lifelong learning. It's what keeps our minds sharp and our lives interesting.
It's also about stepping out of your comfort zone, which is where the real growth happens.
That can be so intimidating, though. The initial phase of learning something new is always the hardest.
They call it the steep learning curve for a reason. You feel clumsy and incompetent at first.
It's that feeling of vulnerability. You have to be willing to be a beginner again, which can be tough for adults.
It really can. But think about the science behind it. Neuroplasticity.
Right. The brain's incredible ability to form new neural connections and pathways throughout our lives.
Every time you practice a new skill, you are literally rewiring your brain. How amazing is that?
It's a powerful reminder that we're not fixed beings. We are capable of profound change at any age.
Whether it's learning a new language, picking up a musical instrument, or learning to code.
I tried learning the guitar a few years ago. The initial struggle with the chords was real.
I can imagine. But did you push through that initial phase?
I did, for a while. And I remember the incredible satisfaction of finally playing a simple song. It was magical.
That's the reward. It's that moment when things start to click. It makes all the frustrating practice worthwhile.
It really does. But then there's the dreaded plateau, the point where you feel like you're not making any progress.
Ah, the learning plateau. It's a natural part of any skill acquisition. It's also where many people give up.
So how do you break through it? How do you keep moving forward when you feel stuck?
Often it requires changing your approach. Maybe you need to focus on a specific sub-skill or seek feedback from a mentor.
Or perhaps just introduce some novelty into your practice to make it engaging again.
Exactly. The key is to recognize it as a normal stage and not as a sign of failure. It's just a new challenge to self.
I think this all boils down to embracing the process rather than being fixated only on the outcome.
You've hit the nail on the head. Self-improvement isn't a destination you arrive at.
It's a continuous journey. There's no I'm finished or I've arrived.
The joy is in the act of growing, of learning, of becoming. It's about the pursuit itself.
And it's important to remember that everyone's journey is different. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Oh, absolutely. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20.
It's your path, your pace. Celebrate your own small victories along the way.
That's so important for maintaining long-term commitment. Acknowledge how far you've come.
What about breaking bad habits? We've talked a lot about building good ones.
That's the other side of the coin, and it can be much harder. Our brains are wired for efficiency.
And bad habits are often very efficient, well-worn neural pathways.
The best strategy is often not to just stop a bad habit, but to replace it with a better one.
So if your bad habit is mindless scrolling on your phone, you replace it with reading a page of a book.
Precisely. You're giving your brain a new, more positive action to perform in that same context or trigger.
It's about redirecting the impulse rather than trying to suppress it with sheer willpower, which is a finite resource.
Yes, and making the bad habit more difficult to perform helps too. Increase the friction.
For instance, if you want to watch less TV, you could unplug it after each use and put the remote in another room.
That's a great practical tip. It makes the default action the one you want to do, not the one you're trying to avoid.
It's all about designing your environment for success, making the good choices easy and the bad choices hard.
I feel like we could talk about this for hours. There are so many layers to it.
There really are, from mindset and habits to skill acquisition and resilience.
But I think the core message is one of hope and empowerment. We have the agency to shape our lives.
We absolutely do. It's not always easy, and it requires consistent effort, but the potential for growth is always there.
It's a commitment to yourself, a belief that your future self can be better than your present self.
And that is a truly motivating thought to hold on to, especially on the difficult days.
I agree completely. Well, Paul, this has been an incredibly insightful conversation.
It has, Emily. I feel newly inspired to knuckle down on some of my own growth goals.
Me too. And we hope all of you listening feel the same way.
This journey is unique for everyone, and we would absolutely love to hear about yours.
Yes, that's our question for you this week. What is one area of personal growth you are currently focusing on?
Are you building a new habit? Learning a new skill? Let us know in the comments section below. We read every single one.
And if you haven't already, and sharing this episode.
Your support helps us continue creating these conversations. Thank you all so much for tuning in.
It was a pleasure, as always. Until next time, keep learning and keep growing. Bye, everyone.
Take care, everyone. Bye for now.